as we have been discussing about this vasana that we have gathered since beginningless of time. So when you say beginningless, because jivatvam, the status of individuality, is anadi. Remember this point, it's a very technical point. That's why I never ever ask the question, when did my ego start? So the ego is anadi, beginningless. As the darkness. Whereas when the light is being lit, the darkness being anadi but not ananta, it comes to an end. Can you see this point? So also my avidya means ignorance, avidya is anadi, beginningless, and because of avidya there is jivatvam in me being, or me consider as, or I consider myself as what? Karta, bhokta. Karta means doer, bhokta means enjoyer. So that means the kartutvam in me, the sense of doership in me, is equally beginningless, like avidya. Sometimes in a very small form, sometimes in a bigger form. Suppose I happens to be a creeper. So creeper also has some kartutvam bhava, sense of doership. That's why it keeps trying. If I happens to be an animal, little different sense of, even though we call them as a vimukta, they are not a plant, but they go completely along with the prarabdha. This plant kingdom, all these things, completely prarabdha mainly. Vimukta they are, that's what they are called technically. They are free. But nowadays, they also started developing intelligence. That's the sad part I put. Like how human beings are losing intelligence. They are going for artificial intelligence. Now animals started developing intelligence. What a beautiful world. And time will come, we human beings will be in the hand of animals already. Not time will come, already, okay? Especially in your house if you have a dog, okay? So definitely the man is under the dog. Whether you like it or not, I remember long back there was a good movie in India, very funny movie called Entertainment. So the hero was moving around, completely life was wasted only to take care of dog, because the dog, somebody had made a will in the dog name, okay? Huge property. So poor fellow was going around like that. We all are cut off. Coming back to the point, the vasana will be different from time to time in me. Please understand, this is the most important aspect. The vasanas will be different in me time to time. Now, mainly those vasanas become predominant when not only it pops up, also when it pops up, there is also surrounding. Can you see this point? When a given vasana pops up, there is also surrounding, either supporting my vasana or opposing my vasana, both. Then that vasana becomes more stronger in me. So if the vasana is always in me is one way, the surroundings that I see or the surrounding that I come across is my prarabdha package. Because try to understand from different angle this concept so that life becomes a little better. So this surroundings is my prarabdha. Now when surrounding is my prarabdha, vasanas I have, because God knows what are the things I have done in my previous lives. Remember? Not lives. Who knows, once upon a time I was a tiger. Who knows, once upon a time I was a stone, I was a plant, I was this, I was that. You understand? Maybe I was not a human being in my last life, who knows? Just giving, you understand? This is how the understanding is. Or even if I was a good person or bad person, God knows what was in my previous lives. But lucky that I am human being in this life. And of course it shows very clearly because I am human being. Moreover, I am interested in scripture, that to Vedanta. Definitely it is assured I must have some good prarabdha the previous life, okay? That is assumption again, okay? I am sorry to say. Still I have to give benefit of doubt. This is called honest approach, okay? Please understand. However, coming back to the point. So when there are so many types of vasanas are there in me, that is hidden too. Now the surrounding also either supports or opposes. Now my response to the surrounding completely depends upon my commitment towards the knowledge. So if I don't have much commitment towards the knowledge, at least commitment towards the goal, commitment towards the God, commitment towards a person. Can you see this point? If you observe in those days, nowadays we see all sort of conflict in relationship. It is not that it was not there earlier days. Don't think that, oh, our grandparents were happiest people. Please. I don't agree with it, okay, personally. But maybe out of helplessness, out of certain circumstances, something or other, they were committed for a cause. Anyway, life is like this, what is there next, what to do? And because of the commitment towards the person, please understand, both grandfather and grandmother, they were committed to each other. In fact, they were committed to the family, committed to the lineage, a lot of things were there. It is including, in other countries, in Italy also I have seen this point. Like, when a girl comes to the boy's house, after marriage, comes the surname, boy's surname comes to the girl. In Europe, in many countries is there. Like in India, like Gotra changes. Same concept was there. So the commitment was there, that oneness was there, was built up. Whether they agree or not is different thing altogether. So because of the commitment, everything was going somehow or other till end, smooth. Let us assume. Nowadays, if you observe, there is no commitment. So only encouragement. Now, how the relationship starts? Present day. Look at. What is the backbone of relationship in present day? Is there anything called commitment? I personally don't say. I'm sorry. It is mainly what? It is mainly encouragement. As long as you encourage a man, supports a man or a woman, makes no difference. That long I love you, I am with you. The day you don't encourage, the day you don't support, then what happens? I allow you. So because of the lack of commitment, life becomes more painful. That's why we have different layers of commitment, different levels of commitment. The highest commitment is getting committed to the knowledge, to the teaching. That is the highest commitment. And next we put it, commitment to the teacher. Because through that teaching, because when you are in the dark side, especially in your dark moment, in your emotional breakdown moment, the word of a person to whom you consider is great for you, that person's word or hand becomes a boon for you. Especially, you will understand this concept when you lose your both parents, especially. Even if you don't like them, even if there is a conflict, but when there is issue, you go and reach them, talk to them. Even if they say, don't worry, pa or ma, I am with you. Nothing will happen. They know everything will go wrong. Nothing will happen. We are with you. I am with you. That I am with you, nothing will happen. That gives so solace. Only you can understand this pain when you discover that you don't have anybody. So in that case, the role of the teacher becomes a key point. Can you see this point? So because that becomes a key point, that's why the commitment to the teacher becomes important. Sometimes we bring the differences here. Teaching, teacher. Then we bring commitment towards the God. Why we bring God later on than the teacher? Because commitment towards the God is completely commitment towards my fancies, towards my desire, towards my sankalpa. So today is Krishna Janmashtami, Lord Krishna's birthday. So what I do? Sankalpa. Okay, you understand? Oh Lord Krishna, give me this, give me that, give me that. You understand? So if the Krishna does not give me this Janmashtami, especially in girls, they do. Do you know? Every girl, this is how they do it in Orissa. If I ask them, unmarried girls, they worship Krishna. I say, hey, don't do that, okay? Because sometimes I say, which Krishna you want? No, we want our child to be like Krishna. I say, oh, thank God, okay? And I am not telling you jokes. No lady should worship to Krishna to have a child like Krishna. You understand? It's very painful, okay? It's not that easy to handle that person, okay? Today is birthday, I am talking against him, okay? The most notorious fellow, okay? Out of nothing, he could create many things, okay? And the worst part is, being born from one mother, grew up with another mother, okay? Gave all comfort to another mother. Poor mother was in the jail, in the prison. Very pathetic situation. And what a childhood he went through. He would have got to know, but he was the best, what do you call, psychological person if you want to know. But this is called, understanding. What torture he has gone through. We all complain, oh, childhood problem. Nonsense, this childhood problem is a psychological word, destructive word. However, coming back to the point, let us not get into divert our point. So the commitment towards the God we put later on than the commitment towards the teacher. Why? Because commitment towards the God is indirectly indicating that commitment towards my desired goals, desired objects. So I am committed to the God for blah 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 blah. If that blah 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 is not taken care, I am no more committed to the God. Have you not observed? So it is very rarely the people are committed to the God just for God. Only when the person again is committed to the teacher and teaching. Can you see this point? This is a vice versa there. But common people only committed to the God only to attain or to gain the desired objects, desired goal. In short, connected to the fancies. Then comes committed to people. Then commitment towards the people, that also helps. Then comes committed to the objects. And in committed to the objects also comes your insecurities, committed to the insecurities. And to balance them, finally comes committed to the animals. Nowadays new animal technology, because that goes under insecurity. Because the best example I give, like wherever you go, especially girls, they keep cat as a pet. Any girl keeps cat as a pet, close your eyes, you can come to a conclusion. Okay, there are some exceptions, okay. The girl must be going through loneliness, if not depression, definitely loneliness. There is no doubt in it. Some rejection, some loneliness. These two combination. You can close your eyes, you don't need any piece of information, okay. Close your eyes, you can come to this conclusion. That's why girls, they love to keep cat. Very rarely you will find a boy to keep a cat, okay. A man to keep a cat, unless there is some issue, okay. Same thing also dog. Let us not talk. Each animal has got its own characteristics. So then again, why they take it? Because by taking this help, now they are again committed to their insecurity, committed to their emotions. Can you see this point? That becomes a bridge. So in short, that our vasana becomes stronger. The vasana becomes more effective when I am committed to the God downwards. Can you see this point? And interestingly, most of the time our life is committed only to that. So that's why what happens, instead of reducing the impact of my vasana, I become more and more intolerant and of course arrogant. Because the intolerance and arrogance always go together. Remember this point. Whenever you are intolerant of anything, or whenever there is intolerance in you, whether you like it or not, there is arrogance in you. Without arrogance, you cannot be intolerant. It is impossible. They say very beautifully. That is what they said. First time when I traveled, I had to learn tricks and techniques how to survive. In India nothing works, okay, don't worry. In overseas it works very well. Because why in India doesn't work? So somebody told me very nicely, if how to survive in overseas. Suppose you don't want to take non-veg. So anywhere you go, any restaurant or anywhere, you say, look, I am intolerant of non-veg. They will make sure that whole table, nearby table also is being taken care. Really, they respect this much. But in India, you go veg and non-veg restaurant, okay? You can say, no, I don't want non-veg. Or even if you can say intolerant, they will never understand what is intolerance. That's the best part. And the same spatula will be there, okay? I'm not telling good jokes, I have seen it. That will be put in the non-veg. Same thing they will bring to put in the veg. Sorry. I have seen in my eyes, okay? I'm not telling good jokes. Forget about the cooking time and whatnot. Let us not take. I'm talking about the base cell itself. Tak tak. Okay. Who is going to ask and do all these things? So coming back. Again, when you use the word intolerant of a food, what does it mean? That your system is completely closed. Can you see this point? Your system does not allow, there will be some type of reaction in you which is not under your control. Understand the technical point? Some type of reaction will happen. That's why you use the word intolerance. So if this happens with reference to food, now in our behavior, day-to-day life behavior, how many times in different occasions we are intolerant? So that's why intolerance presupposes the arrogance in me. Arrogance again presupposes or reconfirms that my mind is closed. I know. You understand? I know. What do you know? Nothing. So, this vasana will appear in all these forms. And when it's going to pop up in which way, let me be very honest, only God knows. That's why we say very carefully. That is what I have been thinking in these days, especially. Interestingly, because this topic is so nice, which really, I don't know whether you people are enjoying or not, I am enjoying personally. This is what I am learning. That these vasanas, how it happens, how it moves. Especially, remember, karta and karma are always connected. Karma only sees karma, which includes karma phala, okay? Remember. Because if you say in English action means result of action is different. But the word karma itself explains everything. It's a very nice packed word. That's why whenever you see the word karma, don't translate straight away. Karma means action. No, you have to see the context, what he says. Like in Bhagavad Gita we are seeing in the morning class, yoga. In different context, yoga means differently. Now yoga is going on as what? Meditation in 6th chapter. Somewhere it is knowledge. Sometimes karma yoga. Sometimes yoga means just a chapter name. Adhyaya. Vishada yoga namiti. So like that, karma is the same thing. Never ever translate karma as action unless you are clear about the context. That is how things get diluted. Coming back. So the karma always follows karta. Again related to vasana, I am going very carefully. The karma never sees who you are, but always sees whether you are a karta or not. If you are karta, karma has to follow you. So when karma follows, that time you say, no, I am a Swami, I am Asami, I am this, I am that, I am Prime Minister, I am President. Please understand, karma will never look at all these characters. Only karma will target the kartutvam in you, the karta that is in you. And again, that is connected because of vasana. Can you see this point? Vasana is always a link. So in short, We are in the hands of our own vasa, which psychologists highlight. You are the puppet in the hand of your subconscious mind. That is the word they use. That's why, unblocking your subconscious mind, this is a new terminology is coming, okay? Unblocking your subconscious mind. What a beautiful name. Today, interestingly, I saw also another meditation teacher training course. What are the... So, in these few classes, started at, some few hundred euros, and now it has become not even 50, less than 50 euros, okay? So, few classes, some 7 days course, certification will be given, and you are qualified as what? Meditation teacher. Meditation is what? Again related to asana, okay? Please understand that. And interestingly, I saw there is one very big now the fellow is coming up. I saw especially in Indian social media. He has written, he received his gurutvam. Gurutvam means status of guru in April 2020. Means during lockdown time, during corona time. And he has put in the... I went to his website because I said, let me see who is this fellow, new fellow. Received his gurutvam in April 2020. Imagine. How can you receive a gurutvam? Status of a guru. I'm sorry because I talk very bad words, okay? I'm sorry to say. What are the drama going on in the world? And especially, there are two types of people are very busy. Many other people, but mainly the hackers, because this is lockdown time, hackers are really very active now. And other type of people, as hackers, they hack the internet. Next type of hacker called these gurus, those who hack mind, okay? They are also equally crazy now. There's nothing to do, you understand? Nothing to do. Now, how to create new things, do something so that people will join in the course. Like somebody, another person said, 66-year yogi, monk, person happens to be belongs to our category, okay? Please, that's another point. I don't want to name anybody, okay? Coming back to all these points, all these are related to vasana only. So in short, we'll go to the next verse now. In short, that I need to be really careful. And of course, the honest approach towards my vasana. What we call as that honesty and sincerity. If that is not there, please understand, finally, I will be nowhere. So when this is the case, you may ask the question, that is what in the last class I took the thread from there. Living like an actor. How the actor, being dressed up or in different costumes, plays the role very efficiently. In fact, the one who is a villain, when he hits more, that time how people become angry. Because he is an actor or she is an actor. But once the drama is over, Once the person comes out of the stage, not only removes the costume, also forgets, if not forgets, does not remember the script either. Does not repeat the script either. Unless you are a person who is very fond of kutte kamine. I have my kutte kamine means kutte means dog, okay? So there is one actor, any of his movie there will be one kutte kamine, because I am not able to talk nicely, okay? So even if it is not there, they add that, okay? Everybody has. It's like, for example, I was looking at, each one of us, we can look at. Few days back I was looking at one video, suddenly I discovered, I am using the word so too many times. So, I said, what is going on? So the word so has become, maybe favorite to me unconsciously. Here, like each one has. Because now Laura will catch me because she is listening to, she knows what are the words I repeat again and again, okay? That's why she is laughing. I understand, okay? Once in a while when I start listening to me, I know where I am going wrong also. Please. However, so how the actor does not repeat or is not supposed to repeat, that's a better word. The script that was given during the drama. So also we are playing different roles at different times. Not supposed to repeat the same script. Can you see this point? But what happens to all of us? Not only we repeat the same script, in fact the actor never changes, only costume changes. That's why spend more and more time in what? In Vasanakshaya. In short, meditation, nitidhyasana. But okay, I understand everything, whatever you are telling. But generally, why this Vasana, instead of understanding, in spite of all sort of understanding, attending classes, and of course you are saying there are Swamijis and all these things, they also are equally trapped, being in this lifestyle. They are great people also in the eyes of others, but still why they are being trapped? Where things go wrong and why it go wrong? Let us read this verse. Sarvatmana drishyamidam mrushaiva naivahamartha kshanikatva darshanat janamyaham sarvamiti pratiti kuto hamade kshanikasya siddhet. Says beautifully that is a very beautiful statement. We have a very good logic. Yat drishyam tat nashyam. That which is visible, that is subject to destruction. Very simple logic. Yeah, whatever is visible, whatever is object of my sight, is nashyam, subject to get destroyed. It can be 1 year, it can be 100 years, it can be 1,000 years, or it can be million years. It is just extension of time, like Nachiketa said. You remember when, as long as you wish, you can survive, you can live your life. This is my boon. Don't worry, but don't ask me. What Nachiketa said that time. Hey, you are telling me you are extending the time, but I am interested to understand time, okay? I don't want extension of time. So here, same thing is being used differently. Sarvatmana drushyam idam mrusha iti. So whatever drushyam, whatever, idam mrusha, it is false, it is unreal. Means in reality it does not exist. Whatever is visible to my eyes, whatever I see, and also can be extended, whatever I taste, whatever I hear, whatever I smell or touch, are false. Please, Swami, just stop this Vedanta, okay? I am going. I am seeing you, listening to you, okay? How can you say it is false? This is the illusion. Let me not get into physics and quantum physics, you know better. Quantum physics itself will prove whatever you see is not right. How the object of sight is developed, how the reflection of the light makes the reason. That is the physics. But here what happens? Even though whatever I see, the whole world is false, is not real. Now it says also noeva ahamiti. That means including my ego, because I am able to see my ego or not. I know I am an egoist person. In fact, I do not take care of the ego very nicely. Morning I give some coffee, starting. Giving bath, nice. And later on, whatever my ego asks, this food, that food. In fact, everything I do for that small ego, maybe, you understand? So whole day is only to take care of this small cute fellow. But what that fellow does, don't ask me. So he says, look, even if the aham, the ego, is not also equally real. It is unreal. Why? Because kshanikatva darshanat. Because of what? It is being seen or available for my perception for a moment. Momentary perception, available for momentary perception. Because ego is not there all the time. Especially sleeping time. So that means it is very clearly whatever is momentary will be permanent. Is not possible. But I hold on to all momentary things. So that's why he says, and holding on to that, I say, look, I know everything. Janami aham sarvam iti. Because of my ego holding on to these momentary things, I say what? Hey, I know everything. I know all things. In fact, I am a knower. That is how the arrogance comes. But I forget that kutaha, how come this aham, the ego, or ego means ego and etc., all these effects of ego, kshanikasva siddhet iti. How can this ego, which is momentary, is called as true? Or is it truth? It is impossible. But what happens to all of us? In fact, the more I am egoist, the more I tell I am only right. I am only truthful. All others are wrong. If a person says, look, I am right, also equally you are right, then really something you can discuss with the person. If a person says, I am only right, you understand? Person did not say that you are wrong, okay? I am only right. That means don't waste your time. Whereas if the person says, look, I am only right, others are wrong, that means the person is opening the space. Some understand, this is psychological impact, please understand. If a person only talks, these are the behavioral signs. Anybody only talks, I am only right, I am right, I am right, I am right. You understand? When you say, I am right, you are wrong, you are wrong. That means the person knows that I am not right actually. Some type of puncture has happened, okay? The air is going out slowly. We say the person is available for discussion, okay? Means looks for some type of justification or pampering. Then slowly you discover, I am right, you are also equally right. That time also person is not ready for discussion. Then time comes, yes, maybe I am right, maybe you are right. When this maybe I am right, maybe you are right, then only you can understand, the fellow is now available. So these are the stages we go through in life, please understand. So that means in short, when aham takes over, the ego takes over. And because of ego, whatever I see, that becomes real in front of me. Definitely, that will never allow my vasana to be exhausted. In fact, my vasana becomes stronger because of my ego. More of it we'll see tomorrow. Please close your eyes. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhari Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.